Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up? Thank you. Thanks for tuning into the show. This is the first episode of the One Touch podcast. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Thank you. We have a lot to talk about, a lot of topics, a lot to discuss. So today we're talking about how I got started into the detailing business, and what made me get into the business. So let's talk about it. Here we go. My name is Brian with One Touch Detailing. I'm the owner. How I got started into the business is basically due to COVID. June of 2020, I was unemployed, not working like mostly everybody else that was dealing with COVID issues. I got laid off due to my job. And, you know, I was tough trying to find some income. So I was trying to figure out ways to get income. Unemployment was taking a very long time with giving me information on any money with unemployment. So I had this hobby that I always did, loved doing, which was detailing cars. So I never had a problem with going into, you know, detailing a car. So I had to put some thought into it and really decide, is this what I'm really going to be starting to do? So I did my research. Even though I knew detailing, I still went about and did my research, much as far as pricing, what chemicals and products should I get, what do I do to start up, and how much should I spend to start up. So what I started to find out is the startup cost is very little. I think I started up with about 100 to 150 bucks just buying chemicals at Walmart. Wasn't much, wasn't very expensive. Probably a couple rags, probably soap. I know some buckets. I didn't get a power wash or anything from those guys, but later on went and bought a vacuum, a power washer, to at least wash the car and to vacuum the car. As the business grew, we'll talk about that later on. I end up getting better chemicals and stuff like that. But let's take it back a step again. We're back at Walmart buying our $100 to $150 products. So I bought that stuff, had it laying around for the house for a while, still giving it some thought, still writing down my game plan for the business and try to figure out where I want to take this thing. So what I started doing was putting out ads and looking for places. Started looking for garages. Started looking for all over the state of Connecticut. That's where I'm locally from. Started looking all over the place through Facebook, Zillow, Craigslist Market, and I couldn't find anything for months, to be honest with you. So that's when I put in the ad looking for a garage, and I finally had a message come back telling me to look at the garage. And when I went to see the garage, it was very suitable for me at the time. A lot of people don't know I had a partner in business when I first started up, and me and him, he was a tint guy, I was a detailing guy. He was working very well in our local community, so I wanted to partner up with him to see how that worked out, and he wanted to jump on board, you know, which was a very good thing to me. I said, that's very well. So we both was interested in getting a shop. So we both looked at this area the same day I got the email and the message. We both looked at the area. We both checked it out. And we both agreed and said, you know what, this is a good idea. We locked into a year lease on that place over there, where it's located in Connecticut. And we ended up working out of that place for a couple months. Well, at least I have. I used to work out of there for about 6 to 7 months, until the partnership and the friendship went a little bit not the way it wanted to go. Things like that happen in business all the time, so you have to understand, where do you want to take yourself in business? Do you want to continue with your your partnership and friendship that isn't working, and lose your friend in business? And due to your business, do you want to lose that friend, or do you want to keep yourself going and keep growing and bettering yourself? So, we kept the friendship and we kept the business. And what we did was we said, hey, this thing is not working, but we both are buddies. Let's keep the business and let's work out of separate shops, out of separate, sorry, I'm not going to edit much. I told you guys. Um, let's keep the business and let's work out of the same facility, which we did. It worked great for a while. We partnered up. I gave him business. We gave ourselves business, you know, and it was very great, very great. But it's a learning opportunity. It didn't work out well. So I just decided to say, you know what? I ended up getting my second location, which One Touch blossomed very well. It grew, it expanded, and it took off very, very well because of my location. Location is very key, guys. So, guys that is starting out, don't go out there looking for the most expensive place. Don't go out there looking for the biggest place. Look to something that was affordable for you. That's what we're gonna. I would tell you guys, look for something that's more affordable for you, and keep that going. So my second location took off. A lot of local businesses. I had close to a hospital that was nearby. I was close to a local court facility that was nearby, and I was close to the capital of my state, where a lot of people see my business. I got a lot of interactions from the street I was located on, which worked out very, very, very well. So let's fast forward here now to where One Touch is now. I'm now a mobile detailer, and that took me some time and thought to get here. Winter months are tough. You guys are getting the real deal story here. If you guys are still listening and tuning in, I'm not doing much editing. A lot of guys edit out their stuff, and you're not really hearing the real story. You're getting to hear a lot of chop and feeds. I'm giving you the real deal podcast here. You're talking to me. You're talking to Brian. You're talking to One Touch. So basically, through the winter months, it got rough and it got rocky for me, where I had to decide, what do I want to do with this business? Do I really want to keep driving and taking this business elsewhere? Or do I want to let this business fall and go back to work? This is the dedication you guys have to take. This is the things that you guys have to do. The constant thing is this posting on Instagram, the posting on Facebook, the posting on my Google business. And that's a whole nother subject we'll get to, but I'm just starting out and talking to you guys about how did One Touch start and get here today. So we decided to cash out our savings because the business wasn't doing well due to winter months, and to save the business, what we did was, went back in and decided we're gonna go mobile. I already had the blueprint out for the mobile design of the van. I already had the vision and where I wanted to take it. And that was in beginning of November. I think the end of November going to December is where I fully decided and say, yep, I'm going mobile. Started looking for vans. I started doing my research, checking everything out. And it took me a while to find the van that I wanted. That took a while. I finally found the van, and pretty nice van, very clean. Looked everything, and the mileage was pretty okay. The prices are pretty okay. My next step was getting all my supplies for the van, because now I'm transferring from shop to mobile, which was a big transition for me. Very big and different, something where I had to go in and just really, really blueprint, how do we get a mobile thing going where I don't have to bother my customers. Hey, I need your electricity, or hey, I need to borrow your water. So that was very big to very blueprint this van where I can have a water supply. I can go in also and have my electricity, which was my generator I had to go purchase, and also a water tank I purchased. so we can have these things up and running without annoying our customers. And it's very, very efficient, very, very efficient. So yes, so One Touch is here. We got started. The van is set up now at this point where we're talking in the story, and we got our first customer, and we're moving forward. And my first customer is mobile, of course, and it's a lot of trial and error, a lot of things that happen coming from a shop to being mobile. You learn and figure out things, and you play around and you think that your idea works, but it does not work. So you got to go back and replan and re-blueprint and redecide. A lot of headache and dedication, but I didn't give up. I kept fighting. I kept going. I kept doing what I had to do to make the business work, and the business grew up 100% after my first customer being mobile. It jumped up 80 to 100% from being mobile. The opportunities are expanding due to me being mobile. I can travel to the customer. It's a very convenient. You can pick up things like accounts, and it's a lot of new things I'm still learning as a mobile detailer. But again, this is just a startup in business. How One Touch got started, how I got here today. Just wanted to give you a little thought of what I did to get here in the process. Like I mentioned earlier, I'm not going to do much editing. Maybe as I grow the podcast, I will start doing a little bit more editing. But as right now, you guys are getting the real deal. Just Brian talking to you guys through the mic, and I'm going to give you more information, more vibrant information and things like that. I appreciate you guys tuning in. This is just the introduction to the podcast and Brian as a business owner. And thank you. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Stay tuned for episode 2.